country for us all. So whenever you're ready, I think it's time to funk.
Welcome to the funk, indeed. Hey everyone. Welcome to this inside of the airplane with some Donkey Kong Country Returns music. But more importantly, there's a balloon. And more importantly, let's actually get started for this. This is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, no death abuse. So I'll talk about that later. We are playing as Funky in Funky mode. The best thing the Switch ever did. And let's get started in 3, 2, 1, let's go! So this is 1-1. And why are we funky? I thought this was a Donkey Kong Country game. This is a Donkey Kong Country game. However, Donkey Kong was busy. So he asked his best friend Funky Kong to actually do his journey for him. I mean, sure. It's only Donkey Kong Island that's frozen under. I don't think you can see it from here, no. Oh, that's unfortunate. Anyway, Funky Kong actually is considered to be the easy mode of the game. But I would say that it's a different kind of speedrun way. It's definitely not easier for a speedrunner, so to say. It's just more versatile, more higher jumps that you can do. There, got hit there, on purpose. I'd like to let that be known. And this is a pretty jammy first stage. The music is great, by Grant Kirkhope. The visuals, this is what I wanted to achieve in Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii, but couldn't. Just this interactive camera. This game first came out on the Wii U itself, and got ported over to Switch, like literally almost every Wii U exclusive. It's really sad. But what's not sad is this, that enemy that just bonked on the head. But yeah, the story of the game is all of a sudden these snowmats and the penguins and what other enemies there are, they kind of took over Donkey Kong Island, and we have to get it back. And that's level 1. So Funky Kong actually is, yeah, a friend of Donkey Kong. I don't know why he's actually in the game. He was the shopkeeper, but now they got the birds to be the shopkeeper. So Funky could come out and play. As for movement, as you can see, I'm rolling a lot, which obviously... Oh, actually, fun jump coming here. Skipping the entire climbing section. 1, 2, going underneath here. Yeah, we can infinitely roll without the help of a partner, which Donkey Kong couldn't. He needed Diddy Kong's help for that, lol. There is a double jump. I can be underwater infinitely without having to fear for my oxygen. I have 5 health from the get-go. Whereas Donkey Kong in this game had 2 health and then another 2 for your friends. So optimally you only get like 1 hit point. Which is, yeah, if you get a second hit point you will lose your partner, and your partner definitely feels like an upgrade. And the last thing that he can do is stand on spikes, which is also really important. Because without spikes, you're nothing. So 1-3, Canopy Chaos. This is the lair of the beasts. Your first introduction to the character that makes this whole game bearable, bearable, speedy in the original mode. And I will actually talk about the original mode, like quite a few, since there's a lot of cool strats that it can do, and that you will actually see after this run, since a lot of people donated for what do we call it? The crazy IL showcase?
The Crazy Strategy Showcase.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the crazy strategies. There's a lot of obviously there's a lot of like really cool levels. This game is built for individual level speedrunning. It has a timer and whatnot. Really well written as well. Can recommend if you're up to it. And every time, for whatever reason, I just get a new one that I just go into a session. All fine. Not records though. I'm not as crazy as some of the people actually grinding it out. But yeah, let's say that the first boss is definitely well worth the wait. The wait, the watch. But enough about that. If you know anything about Donkey Kong Country itself, it's a platformer. It's a difficult platformer. It's not a Mario game, please. But it also has a lot of really fun auto-scrollers. And yes, there's not really a way to speed it up other than things that only matter in ILs. That I will do, however, just for funsies. Almost overshot the minecart. That wouldn't be fast. Okay, the idea here is just to use the down rafts to gain a little bit of speed, jump on enemies, and don't try to go up hills. That's literally it. And while these are auto-scrollers, I do try and go for all of the Kong letters. Did I get the K? Yeah, I did. You know, why not collect things if it doesn't take time, am I right? Also, the music is good stuff. How was your Donkey Kong Country adventure, Zelda?
I'm sorry?
How was your Donkey Kong Country repertoire of or history with video games?
Don't hate me. I have never played a Donkey Kong Country game before.
Did you see the cartoon?
No.
Oh,
I've seen snippets of it, so I kind of know what it is, but
it's such a meme fest. Also, there are 2 songs in every episode, so they would actually sing.
Is there a Christmas special?
I couldn't say. we need it. We need it now. And that is number 1. The only thing that we have to do is to complete the first island and defeat the boss. And every boss in this game is actually great. I got a question recently in the Tropical Freeze/Returns Discord. What is my favorite DKC Returns boss? I didn't like any of them. It's not that I didn't like them. It's just they didn't stand out. Whereas this boss, like at least the speedrun thing for it, is already pretty cool. There's a strat here. If I just kill the first fish here and then go through that fish, which I didn't. Okay, I get another chance later. I can actually jump on top of the fish in midair, which would make Pompey over here go in his attack phase. So let's see if I can do that again. Yeah, there we go. Now that is fast. Oh. If I don't jump over Pompey, thank you. So every boss in this game has 9 health. 3 phases, and every phase has free damage in it. So now he's going into phase 2, and he learns how to, I don't know, roll. Like an actual seal. And now there are some, I don't know, some penguins just jumping up. I lost count, I think. I miscounted, okay, doesn't matter. I was supposed to like damage boost for one of them, but oh well.
Would you mind if I quickly plug some incentives?
If you have a moment, Because
Of course.
we're going into phase 3 right now. And this is where things actually go haywire. First of all, the 3 penguin brothers, who are no match for my surfboards. But now there are some giant fish over here that I don't know, just like to come out. And I can actually kill this fish in midair and kinda hover and get on top of Pompey's face and just hit him right there. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's so good when it happens. This is called a god caught. And I don't know, the community for this game, when I wasn't a part of it, they just thought of like the weirdest names. And I have a story about that. But first, we have Zelda with some news.
Well, it's not really news exactly, but I would like to remind people that we have a ton of incentives open right now. The first one being for Katamari Damacy, which is a run that we are having tonight around 1 AM. We have a bid war with the choice between the remake and the original, which nobody has donated for yet. And also for tomorrow we have 2 Desperado 3 incentives, one of which is to be rescued by the animals. Sorry, which we are currently on €0 out of the 75 that we need. And then we also have the Visit Nessie incentive, which is also on €0 of the 75 that we need. Then for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles bid war, we have the character choice, and we currently have April O'Neil in the lead with €5. But you can still choose between Splinter, Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, and Casey Jones. For Redout 2, we have the bid war going on for the forward or the reverse boss tracks, which currently nobody has donated for, so you can get your donations in for that too. And lastly, we have the Stanley Parable, which we can choose between either going through the red door or the blue door. We currently have blue door in the lead with €3.
Thank you. In the meantime, we arrived in the Netherlands, as we like to call it, which is not true. Because there are hills in this area. The Netherlands don't have hills. We do, however, have monkeys falling into pits, which is unfortunate. That's a really cool jump you can actually make. But I think I either did my jump a little bit too late or too early. Speaking of which, there's a glitch in this game that speedrunners love to abuse. It's called a grab jump. Okay, this one I definitely would have died for, so I'm just gonna take it safe. Oh yeah, the hover is also an ability. Anyway, so you can double jump, but if you were to like grab in the middle of it and then jump again, you would actually get a higher jump than if you wouldn't. And that actually makes for some really fun, unintended skips that you can do. You'll see more about that later. And there he is. And then coming into 2-2, this is the first time that we're gonna see our animal buddy. Normally Donkey Kong games have at least like 4 animal buddies. This game only has 1, if you don't count the birds. Obviously, I'm talking about our good friend Rambi, which has been in every but one Donkey Kong Country game. I actually don't know about Donkey Kong 64, but I don't count that. And he is not popular, unfortunately. The issue with Rambi is that every time that he starts running, he has to take half a second to, you know, say who he is, and what? Messed that up. Don't worry about it. Anyway, it takes a bit, so preferably we keep him running as long as we can. And if we don't, stay in the air as long as we can. Also, you can just stay in there super long and run over, I don't know, pits. He's a magical rhinoceros, okay? Yeah, all these kind of speed trickies that we're doing. Obviously, if you get pushed forwards and then you run forwards, speed multiplies and you just go super fast. That's exactly what's happening here. This actually should have been a donation incentive. Save or kill the rhinoceros. In the end, who knows? You know what? Let's make that an impromptu bit war. In the last stage, I can choose to either throw him in the lava or lead a happy life. It's all up to you. And then Horntop Hop 2-3 is also a special stage. It's the first of 3 stages that actually has global cycles. What does that mean? So normally everything in the world, like enemies appearing and starting to walk and other things, they happen the moment they get on screen. Whereas here, things happen from the start of the level, meaning that if I make a tiny mistake, that could throw off my whole rhythm of the game. And then the other theme, obviously, is falling leaves and winds. Especially that move is super cool. I made a tiny slip up, but it didn't really impact everything that I was doing here, so there we go. Now I have to go into the it's not a saxophone. Not a trombone. I should know that. I've played trombone, champ. I need to listen to the audio here, an audio cue. Just so I know when the wind was actually blowing. That's level 2 free. It almost looks like a recipe for the game, but no. Not every 4th level of the game is an auto-scroller except for, you know, the first 2. It's a coincidence, okay? Sawmill Thrill. However, this is definitely where the game kind of starts to stand out. More about that later, but there's just a lot of fun things happen. Not that Returns wasn't really cool. Because if you remember DKC Returns, there was a giant bat following you in one of the stages where you had to, like, move out of the way of the attacks there. Or the one where the... What enemy was it? I don't remember what enemy it was. I think it was a mole. But it just kept throwing bombs. But here you're like trying to survive in a sawmill, and instead of a minecart, you're now in a boat, which has some fun physics in and upon itself. They're obviously getting the N. Well hidden puzzle piece. Puzzle pieces don't really do anything, and collecting collectibles just don't add anything either, so... Again, why wouldn't you just go on a collecting spree?
Time for a quick donation.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, I have €3 from Ugyu saying usually we save the animals, but being saved by the animals sounds cool too. Can we get rescued by Funky Kong?
He is definitely the rescuer today. Because Donkey Kong couldn't, he needed to attend his birthday party, which actually is a story. Funky Kong is just out and he needs to, like, save Donkey Kong from, I don't know, the snowmats. Let's assume that he just got frozen over. In higher level speedruns of this exact category, people would actually, for like some stages, would actually switch over to Donkey Kong and his friends, since that is faster, in some instances. However, this is a Funky only speedrun. And while I'm actually talking about that, let's talk about Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong has 3 friends, He has Diddy Kong, who has a little jetpack on his back, which is pretty cool, and the only power-up, yes, we can call them power-ups, in returns. In this game, not so much. Because in this game, he has access to Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong has her hair, which acts like a helicopter. And that's not the coolest part. She can actually, like, gain a little bit of height. So therefore, she is more preferred if you need a little bit of height. But the other one is Cranky. Cranky doesn't do anything aerial. He has a pogo stick. So you could play a little bit of DuckTales. However, in most stages you would see more Cranky Kong than any of the other two. Since the pogo stick can actually retain velocity. And if you have a lot of velocity, you can keep that. Which, I mean, the previous stage that we did, we could actually get some really insane speed boost with that, especially with Rambi, since Rambi in and of itself is pretty slow. In, is it 2? Yeah, actually in 2 of the 3 things, showcases that I'm going to showcase, you will actually see Donkey Kong and his friends. And oh boy, you don't know what you're waiting for. 2.6 is kind of a 50% auto-scroller, not really. This is my favorite Windows font, hello Wingding. So the idea is that you spin at bells and don't fall off. There are some speed tricks here, like get the end of, or get the start of every vine, don't fall off. Or don't jump off if you can help it. So by not getting that K, I actually saved like 0.2 seconds? I don't know. It's really minor. And not that important in an RTA run. In the original mode speedruns, the timing in this stage was actually really tight because they needed to get this, what is it, that barrel in a certain cycle. Because some stages were actually set Diddy, Dixie, or Cranky, but in some stages they were actually on a cycle and you could actually choose which partner you could get. So in the speedrun you would actually have to go as fast as possible, and if you missed it, then you had to wait 2 more seconds. You actually get a lot of speed there, but it's hard to control. But it doesn't matter. So now I have to climb this bell tower, and hopefully nothing breaks. Famous last words. Do some damage boosting to get to the top a little bit quicker. And there I go. The double jump is actually really good in Funky Kong speedruns if you haven't seen it already. If you haven't guessed so already. Bleh. Anyway, we're at the top of the mountain. And we're going to fight against Scowl. And this boss is definitely where you can see that not only are the boss battles are like super serious, but also the strat for this boss is really tight. If you make one little mistake, you're losing a minimum of 15 seconds. But yeah, first of all, Scowl. The idea is that I throw his baby owls against his face. So that happens like kind of like this. This is 1, 2, and I missed. Imagine this being the easiest face, am I right? I'm not really scared of getting it here, so it's all good. There. That is free. Now Scowl gets a little bit angry, and we're going to phase 2. This is what I would say is actually the hardest phase. I have to grab this little owl, kill these 3 owls, and keep on to this owl. Save this owl. 1, 2. Hit that. Grab the owl that I saved. And miss that already. This is a good marathon luck. Run. No. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. At least I got that good luck. Doesn't matter. And then now the most punishing phase. You only get 2 owls here. So yeah, I have to kind of keep on to one of those owls. For a little bit. And if you lose that one, then yeah, you're waiting for all of this again for like over a minute. About a minute. So comes number 1. Sweet. So now Skull gets a little bit angry, starts doing some ground pounds. That is 1. That is 2. Take us all the little kids. Here's Skull himself. And that's the end of Skull. Imagine the most punishing one to be the one that actually goes right. And that is the end of World 2. Pretty fun, but World 3 is definitely where a lot of stuff is going to happen. I do have a little message. I have a little lamp over there. It's blue right now. Some people who are watching know how to change the color of this thing. Feel free to do so. I want to see it become like, I don't know, different colors. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. There's some really good music happening here. This is the Lion King stage. The second stage with global cycles. And I have a little bit of leeway, which is death. Okay, never mind. There's a cycle that I'm trying to get, which I have no clue how fast I have to go now, but oh well. Just go as fast as possible. Because there's a giraffe that I need to climb on. Oh. Really? Oh hey, it became red. Yeah, that bird is really, really weird to like jump on, and if the cycles are a little bit off, it's hard to get on him. There we go. Know what? Let's be a show off. Oh, did I say giraffe? I meant the zebra. There he is. So now I have to wait for him. Come back. This stage definitely is a highlight every time I run the game. It's just so happy. Oh. Would have died if it weren't for my double jump. Oh boy. Gives this bird a haircut, and let's get out of here as fast as possible. Oh no, it's yellow. I can't see who is doing it, just know that I see it. 3-2 Baobab Bonanza. This stage is all about, I don't know, these baobab fruits. And this really sick line of, I don't know, jumps that I could make. Oh, whoop. And really big scary jumps is also something that this stage is all about. I don't know if you can actually fall down that pit, but there are some pits, like this one. And this last bird is the most dangerous one. Because the timing is really weird. If you jump a little bit too late, you get hit. If you jump a little bit too early, you will hover. And hovering is something that we runners try to avoid if we can. But this is like almost already the end of the stage. There's just a giant chase with a giant fruit. So what I try to do is get all of these collectibles. If you do, you get access to a puzzle piece that I try to jump over every now and then, but I actually got it. Yeah, that's become a thing. Just jumping over that thing. The records, I think everyone got is like 5. I don't know, it's just nice and tight. And this is where the story of this whole world kind of starts. 3-3 Frantic Fields is one of the stages that I'm going to showcase, but a storm is brewing. Rambi is here as well, however, I choose to ignore Mr. Rambi. For the simple reason that he is not the fastest. I will get him the second time I see him. Which, I believe is here? Yeah, here. Poor Rambi. And this is definitely where Mr. Rambi is. Oh, I threw him. That wasn't part of the plan. Oh well. It's actually handy to keep Rambi over here. Believe it or not. Because after the next, after this barrel, there's a giant... Or did I already get past it? There's a giant Rambi block that I like to break at one point. So that I don't get, like, crashing into it head first. Which is a thing that can happen. I don't want it to happen. Yeah, that was already earlier in the stage. I just blocked that out of my mind mentally. It just happens, okay? And then after the storm is over, you think silence after the storm, but if you look at this mini map already, that is unfortunately not the truth. It's a hazard. I got hit by that hedgehog that can just self-combust. I'd like to see Sonic do that. This game has combustible hedgehogs. And screaming tiki pillars. If that's not a unique selling point, I don't know what is.
To be fair, if Sonic could combust, there wouldn't be much game left.
That is true. That is most certainly true. So I was almost out of hearts, like for real. While I normally play it a little bit safer than that, I do use a lot of damage boosting just to get on places faster. And why wouldn't I if I can abuse just having 5 hearts? And then there is something that's really wrong about this game. I almost call it a unique not selling point. This stage. This is the only stage in the game And there are some levels that have like dupes in them, or like duplicate music, where you hear the same music in one level and then in the later one. This was aquatic ambience for 5 seconds. And now you hear a city fluted rendition of the rocket barrel music, which you'll hear a few more times as well. Speaking of which, like, jungle-esque instruments is definitely the leitmotif of all the music in this stage, in this world. But the best part about this stage is I can just hold the B button for the remainder of it. I went past one obstacle and, oh, now the squid is green.
Pro gamer strats over here.
I'm chilling. Don't at me. It's the only stage where I can do this, okay?
Now that we're looking at a water level, I would like to remind chat to stay hydrated.
That's true. Stay hydrated. There. This stage has a normal exit as well as 2 secret exits. One of the secrets is at the end, similar to the normal exit, but this one is like halfway through the level. All 3 levels here are like similar length, but obviously just cutting this level in half is what we want. So I welcome you all to Bramble Scramble, which might sound familiar if you've played DKC2. But there are few barrels in this stage. If I did not get hit, I could bounce on that guy. You can already see the gimmick. This stage builds right in front of your face. And it's up to the speedrunner to remember the stage and go as fast as possible. I wish I was a speedrunner, because it is very difficult for me. Just like remembering where this DK barrel is, which is here. And just mash for here, you know? Remembering this stage is kind of a nuisance, especially if things are on cycles. It's not on the global cycle, but make one mistake and I just really need to like grind the stage out. It's just relatively difficult. Anyway, this is probably my least favorite boss of the entire game. These are 3 monkeys, 3 baboons. Talking about trombones again. And they just love to do some monkey business. I'd love to catch them in a monkey net and send them to Monkey Park. Especially because they think they're so cool. So I'm gonna evade this guy. And hit him again. So the idea is that every monkey here has its own health bar. However, the moment we kill one of these monkeys, all of them will get healed again. So the idea is to... I really missed it. Okay, sure, whatever. Kill him as fast as possible so that they go into phase 2. Now there are only 2 monkeys left. The left monkey is gonna throw a lot of bombs. However, I'm focusing on the rat monkey over here. Hello? Hey, what? I literally jumped on him. Okay, come. This stage hasn't gone this bad before, so I'm kind of playing this by ear. Okay, from here on out, much easier. Only one monkey, except he knows how to spawn these little ghosts around here. And he will throw some bombs around. However, I can just act like I'm Kobe or I forgot the name of that other basketball player. That was nice Dunglish. But I do know my Michael Jordan around here. There we go. Phil Mickelson. Can't forget about him. There. And slap the monkey right in the face. Sometimes I forget that you can just slap the enemy in the face at the end. Somewhat comedic.
Super quick donation time.
Sure. You don't have to get a world record for this.
I have 27 euros from Anonymous without a comment. But thank you nonetheless.
Thank you, Anonymous. The squid is red again. I think it's angry. Again, I'm not doing this. Some people in my chat do it. Anyway, welcome to World 4, which unfortunately is an underwater level, or an underwater world. So we're going to do a lot of swimming. Never seen before in a Donkey Kong Country game, except for all of them, except for Returns, I guess. And even though I said that Diddy Kong was actually pretty bad on land back in the original mode runs, Diddy Kong and his jetpack will actually speed boost you through this this world. Yes, this entire world. Especially here, actually. So you would immediately switch over to Diddy Kong and just boost your way through. These stages are pretty cool. It's very soft music. There's a lot of references as well. You can actually see a Metroid in a later stage. And why a Metroid? Well, the developers of Returns, as well as Tropical Freeze over here, Retro Studios are the original original? Well, they developed Metroid Prime 1, 2, 3. So, of course, they have to. Samus' spaceship is also in one stage a little bit earlier in the game. And then the next stage, I don't remember what the next stage is. Oh, I remember. This was a special stage. Because this was the only stage where you would see all 3 of your friends. All 3 of the little monkeys. You start off with... what do you start out with? Oh, you start out with Dixie Kong, since you needed her to get into that super secret exit in the previous stage. Oh, almost. I almost went far. You switch over to Diddy Kong to, you know, be fast here underwater. And then you end up with Cranky Kong to get into the secret exit. Because, yes, while this is a level that you get in only because you went into a secret exit, I'm also going to take a secret exit in this stage. Funky can't be stopped. You can't stop the funk. At least that's what the runners say. I don't know. Can you stop Funky Kong? It's Unfortunately, Funky Kong is going to have like a little bit of a harder time. Oh. Like I said, a little bit of a harder time getting into this secret. It's actually a super cool setup just to get into here with Cranky Kong. Unfortunately, Funky Kong isn't as cool. But it doesn't matter, because the next stage is... I forgot the name of it. But it's kind of a Metroidvania. It's volatile. It's really relaxing. There's some aquatic ambience. And I just have to go around collecting some keys. And hopefully not get hit by this enemy. No, it's not here. There's an enemy I haven't spoken about. We have a really interesting name, but I don't think I should say that on stream. Doesn't matter. If you have anything to say, Zelda, by all means, this is the perfect stage to do it.
Alright, well I don't have any new donations for you unfortunately, but for those of you just joining in, we are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. We're currently streaming our online event BSG Online 8, which features runners from across the globe. We're raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent oh god. Let me try that again. We're raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who is dealing with mental issues themselves or within their family. All of your donations will go to Mind. I cannot speak today at all. I am extremely sorry for that.
You are forgiven. It's also almost the end of your shift. Do you know what you're gonna get for dinner?
Hamburgers.
Ooh. Oh. How about bananas? That's not dinner. Silly Reek.
I only like them in milkshake form.
That's fair, that's fair.
With a lot of vanilla ice cream to mask the flavor of the banana.
To be fair, I'm not that huge of a fruit fan. So, bananas included.
I'm more of a strawberry type person.
Yeah, same. Same. Or other red fruit.
What is your favorite Donkey Kong game, Riekelt?
My favorite Donkey Kong game? I have a really strong affiliation with DKC2 as well as Tropical Freeze. Returns I also really like. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it at that. No, I like 1 and 3 as well, but then it's just... Yeah, you like all of them. Pick one.
I don't remember if you answered this question before, but what is like your all-time favorite Donkey Kong Country boss?
My all-time favorite boss? Ooh, there's a few of them.
Yeah, your all-time favorite.
I like Bassmaster from this game. I like the Skull guy from DKC2. Not the spider boss? Think about DKC3. The end boss there was pretty cool. Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, sure. From 1, Dumb Drum and Neki Senior. Those were also really good. Mostly since Donkey Kong Country 1 was actually a game that I wanted to speedrun. Like when I started out speedrunning. However, I never was able to like complete a 101% run for it. Maybe a little bit too ambitious, but I did learn like all of the boss strats for it. That was really cool. And then I picked up Returns. And then I picked up Tropical Freeze. And I picked up 2. Anyway, we're currently in Sea Stack Attack, and for an underwater level, there's no water to be seen anywhere in the stage. Maybe in the backdrop, but we won't remember the backdrop. Oh, there it is. There were some really cool things in here. One trick is called the Banana Slammer, where, what is it? Kind of you really time the physics right? You know that if you're on a spring and you go like super fast, that the spring has to go forward a little bit and then go back to neutral? Well, if you can time it right, you can go a little bit faster than that. Fire, and you don't have to wait for any of those barrels. No, that is what you want, and that's trick. I think it actually has a different name. About trick names, however, I started running this together with my friend RDV versus the World, or Ronald. And he hated the names. Or he found them extremely funny. I don't know. Since this game has the Banana Slamma, the God Caught, the Inca Dinka. Yes, those are all actual strat names thought of by members of the community. He wants to find a strat and call it the, what was it? The Slimmy Jimmy. Just to give something a stupid name. Oh. That's really ambitious. And unfortunately, I have to conclude that story with no trick has been dubbed the Slimmy Jimmy thus far. But hey, who knows? In the
Sounds like Ronald has his work cut out for him.
Yeah, exactly. Just find a faster strat. Again, the music, masterpiece. The next boss, however, is not so much a masterpiece. If you remember what I said about the previous boss, that I thought that boss was like the worst boss of the game, then, and you know about this boss, then you would probably think, Reek, what is wrong with you? Because the next boss is not only an underwater stage, but it just takes super long if you play it casually. But here's the keyword. If you play it casually. So underwater, your friends in original mode, Diddy Kong would actually go super fast. Dixie Kong isn't really that fast, but she can actually help you fight against swimming through the current to get to certain secrets, so she's important. Cranky Kong is kinda useless. Except for this boss. Why is that? Fugu, as his name is, you need to hit him in his butt, his delicate area. There's nothing wrong with that. But usually that is like aimed towards a spike, so you can't really access that area. But I can just like go behind and then get kicked off here, wait until the iframes wear off, and just repeat this process the entire time. And he's already going into phase 2. And this is my winning strategy. It's okay to do with Funky Kong, it's nothing too terrible. It's going to be worse with Cranky Kong, since he can actually hit him from inside. The only thing that I have to watch out for is that Fugu is pushing me back into the spike so that I don't get hit by the spikes itself. Fugu will always kick me back. These spikes will always throw me wherever. And that is a first try Fugu. So it's really easy to just miss this boss. Or kind of like make a small mistake. Something else? I had something planned to say about this boss, but I totally forgot. Yeah, no, we'll forget about it. Anyway, welcome to World 5. This world is all about fruit. We were talking about some fruit earlier. But this world actually has a whole story about it. Just know that in this world, or in this stage, a lot of fruit is getting harvested by the little enemies. Just keep that in mind, okay? I was actually waiting. What was happening with all of this? Yep. I don't know what happened there, but I randomly started drumming. So I can kind of fast track there by bouncing from that thing. Also go over here, and I don't have to do the trusting trolley. There are some really weird strats in this stage. The trusting trolley is only something that you have to do without Funky Kong, or you have to like trust the trolley to take you over, even if you're like behind cycle. Because the correct cycle is behind cycle, I guess. And that's the end bell already. And then in the rest of the stages, you will see all of the fruits getting processed. Actually, no, in 5.2, you will see some distribution of the fruits of some kinds, and every other one, fruits get transformed into juice, into little smaller fruit blocks, whatever you want to call it. Reckless Ride is an auto-scroller. Another one. A really purple one. And with that said, do you have any more messages, Zelda? Because I'm running out of fruity jokes.
I don't have any donations, unfortunately, but I would like to ask everyone that if you are interested in participating in a BSG event, check out BSG Annual 2023. This week-long marathon will run from the 13th until the 19th of August. Submissions are open until April 2nd. More info about the event can be found on our website, bsgmarathon.com. And we would also like to thank ESA for supporting the event and for allowing us to stream on their channel.
Shoutouts, shoutouts. Definitely sign up for BSG Annual 2023. I submitted a few games. I'm definitely going. I'm kind of expected to go. I can't exactly say no, so you know. There's another event in between, going to be the same venue in the south of the Netherlands, in Venray, which is going to be in 2 months from now. More information about that will be, or can be found at the end of this marathon. Yeah, BSG Marathon 36. Ooh, I should probably mention the end of this stage. It's kind of gruesome, but if I go fast enough, you won't actually have to see it. The story is that this, is it a mech if it's made out of wood? Well, I guess the spikes are metal. So this penguin over here got a giant mech, a mech suit, and he wants to fight us. Unfortunately for this guy, he has some issues, and you can actually see him parachute down and get eaten by a plant. So I just go fast enough and hope that, you know. What is not seen will not happen. Yeah, and from here on out, all the fruit will just get distributed. In terms of speedrunny things, there are some... there's actually a few interesting things about this stage. Especially the end, but before we get there... These plants are all the way on the loose, and they want to eat you. Because apparently monkey flesh is good for plants.
Curious question for you, Riekelt.
Ooh.
Do you own the original bongo controllers?
Yes, I have 2 of them.
Why 2 of them?
Why not? Play it with friends.
Oh, it's multiplayer?
Yeah, you can play with 4 people.
Oh, okay.
I remember going to an anime convention at one point, and there goes my coolness by admitting this in public. Nah, just kidding. However, I remember there was a setup with 4 players, and that was good fun. I
never quite understood how those controllers work.
Well, you drum on one, you drum on the other, that's 2. You can drum on both of them for a third input, and there's a microphone in it, so you can clap into it.
No. That's really good.
It's probably a really bad idea if I take this to BSG. What do you think?
I think you should take it to the BSG.
Okay, fine. No, here, this is one of them at least. Yes, I have a lot of things. What is it? Where is it? Okay, no, I don't have it. I also have the gun controller from Quick and Crash that we had at the last BSG. But I think it's somewhere near the bottom of this box at this point. So this stage is a real meanie. In the original speedrun, you had to keep Dixie Kong all the way until the end. This is a long stage. There's only one barrel in here, and I've already used it. So if you lost, if you lost Dixie Kong, this will not be good for your speedrun. And I kinda didn't get high enough. Oh, hello. There, better. So you would be really, really careful in this stage. Don't take a lot of huge risks, and believe me, there are a few of them. Do that, yeah. And the worst part about it, there's an underwater section with a lot of giant spiky fruits. But it's really important to get the secret exit, and even though it's not faster than getting the regular exit, the next stage is just really fast compared to the really slow other stage. Oh, and I should probably mention that I'm getting just casually getting like 2 hits right now. However, remember that you only have 1 hit to spare in the original. Meaning that 1 hit is okay, 2 hits you're out. It's over. Yeah, the secret is like all the way at the bottom of this lake. And that is it. But not only is the next stage faster, it's also one of my favorites. Say hello to 5B Jam & Jams. And not only that, this is the final global cycle stage. Meaning that music is really important in here. Fortunately, the music is good. I think this is the stage that I did like the most ILs off, or individual levels. 1, 2. It's also just really fun to like make a line here. That's what the skateboarders call it. But mistakes are in the tiniest corner, and I have to wait here anyways. Oh well. So now that I lost that, I think I'm gonna get hit right here. Yep. But at least I can get early on here. And I will get hit by this drop. Yeah. again, if you're out of cycles, then it is going to be really weird to like readjust. Oh, especially now. I know that there's a decay barrel here. I want to be really careful. Oh, there's not. Oh no, normally I just die here to get all my health back. Okay, gotta be careful. There. Instead of taking the regular bell route, you can just go super fast here as well. And that is the end. Coming up is one more final stage, Frosty Fruits. This is where the whole story comes together. And all of those fruits gets transformed into popsicles. Yes, it's just that good.
May I quickly announce something?
You can. And
Alright, I would like to... Sorry?
And I think I know what.
I would like to announce the end of my shift. Thank you all so much for having me. And stay hydrated, first of all. And yeah, good luck to the rest of your run. And I will be handing you over to the capable hands of Ghost Senpai. Take care.
Thank you. Enjoy your burgers. And thank you for hosting as well.
Thank you, I will. I'm very hungry.
And with that, hello, Ghost Senpai.
Hello, Riel. Well, as you have listened Zelda before, I'm gonna be your host during the next runs, but I will wait until the intermission for my proper introduction, so let's keep enjoying the run. I think that's more important for now.
Oh, I don't mind. This stage is almost over anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the intermission for the proper introduction.
Okay. Gonna up you in Discord just a bit so people can hear you a bit better. Alrighty. Well, having said that, we're going to the next boss, which is Bashmaster. The Unbreakable, I think his name is. Every boss has like a really weird title next to them. That is an alliteration of their name. And Bashmaster, while it is one of my favorite bosses of this game, and I am not that is not a popular opinion. This is the only boss that doesn't, you know, wanna hate on you just because they can. But in the cutscene, you actually just slide down. You make him drop his popsicle, and yeah, you know, you would also get mad if you had to like sacrifice food because someone else was like clumsy. So he wants to banish me to the Shadow Realm. So, one really cool detail is the more that you throw him into like the purple water, the more purple his fur will get. So you can tell he's in phase 2 right now. And then once his fur gets like more wet, it gets more purple as well. I'm gonna announce one little thing, and now that I said it, you will never be able to unsee it. Look at the background. I'm currently on a spinning platform. You see those penguins? You won't see them anymore in like half a minute. More importantly though, is that the previous game, not Returns, but the first one on the Wii U, actually had a lot of RNG in bosses, especially here, for example. You can fall down 2 times, or you can fall down 3 times. On Switch, it's almost like, for whatever reason, RNG is kind of set. And it's not only this boss, but there are some other bosses as well. But like, he will always do a 2-3 or a 3-2. He will always have like 5 drop downs that he can do instead of a possible 6. On the other hand, he could also do 4. So now his fur is a little bit more purple. And I have to be very careful, cautious, fast, whatever you want to call it. And he hates it so much. We'll make bullets out of ice cubes. 1, 2, 3. Next one is a blackout. A blackout? A fake out, that's it. Okay, one more hit. With 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cubes, and 1 cube! Let's actually punch him in the face. 12? 22 times, sure. Let's waste a little bit of time on that. I think the max is 23, and I was a little bit late, but oh well. And with that, this is our final island. Now we're actually going back to Donkey Kong Island. However, it's really, really icy, so we don't even get to stand on the minimap. We have to like transport him in barrels. It has 8 stages, and every stage is a what's the word? An homage to Donkey Kong Country Returns, which had 8 worlds, so you can kind of see where I'm going to. This was a jungle stage, because you know monkeys should be in the jungle. There's some really cool stages to like skip the fast portion here. But I just went for a really simple one that I found myself, and I'm not gonna call it the Slimmy Jimmy. I'm so sorry, Ronald. It's not the fastest either. The ILs for this one, even though I'm not gonna show it, are insane as well. Oh, funny trick name here, the Drop KS, which I did not do, but I want to have it named. Drop down. And land on that. I was quiet for just a little bit. The music in this stage will come back in level 6 and level 8, and it's definitely the super epic you're climbing a mountain yeah, soundtrack, I guess. Oh, now the squid is green. I forgot to look at it for a bit. It has purple eyes as well, but you can't really see it in this webcam area, but that doesn't matter. Welcome in the beach area. Yeah. This is supposed to be a beach. Or was supposed to be a beach. There are some really cool Easter eggs in the backgrounds. For those that did play it. I'm trying to be super careful not to like get hit. It's not that important, but you know, I just don't want to. And even though this game allows you to swim in water, whereas Returns didn't, the water is too cold to actually swim in. So I'm going to do... Oh no! I wanted to do a... Damn. Can I get... Yeah, this thing. So this is supposed to be boat skip. Which is not a cool name, but don't worry about it. And if you would actually not be able to get like on the final few things, you would actually fall into the water. And this game is programmed in a way that if you fall into like super cold water, you would go to the nearest land. And normally that is where you start. But if you're like a little bit farther than that, you will actually go forward. Which is a really cool, you know, really cool thing. Upcoming is 6-3, which comes from the ruins, and especially with funky modes, there's some really cool jumps that you otherwise couldn't make. Oh, I forgot to get into the barrel down there. Oops. That doesn't matter. Oh, poor penguins. I thought I jumped a little bit lower, but I guess I didn't. In a game like this, it's really important to know when you're actually gonna let go of the jump button, because holding it for like half a second doesn't make you go super high. Holding it for 2 seconds make you go way higher. It is especially a necessity if you're learning Tropical Freeze with original mode, or at least with Cranky. Mastering his pogo is important. And then the next stage is, is the cave area, which was known as Auto-Scroller World. There were 5 auto-scrollers here in the original stage, out of the 5 stages. If you don't count the boss. And obviously, we have to be in a rocket here as well. This is, however, the hardest rocket stage. There are no recovery hearts. And there is a pretty fun story to tell here. Whereas, like, I have 3 hearts. In the original Switch modes, or Wii U modes, you have 2 hearts. And I think Michael Goldfish at one point was doing a GDQ run. And he just went for the YOLO. Immediately got hit. And just did the whole stage with one heart. Which is definitely possible. Like, it's not that much of an issue if you know how to control this thing. And know what falls and what doesn't fall. Which I'm actually getting like super nervous about. But it was just really funny to see. I'm not gonna do it for marathon safety. I know. Give me those Rotten Tomatoes. And this is a pretty cool Easter egg. You got this guy. The bat that actually follows you in one of those stages. But while that is going on, Senpai, do you have something for us?
Absolutely. I want to remind everybody that we're still having amazing donation incentives for the next round right now. In less than 5 hours, we're gonna be having Katamari Damacy reroll any person no boost. So you can donate for the remake or original. That in this case, since I forgot what I was gonna say because I'm the kind of people who always forgets his breakfast, I want to mention that in this case you can choose which category you want to see for the run. If you want to see the remake category or the original one. For now, none of them have any donation, so you can be the first person to donate to any of these amazing incentives. So !donate in the chat and you will get the donation link for this amazing event.
Be the first. Is he a murderer? Oh no. I saw that people turned off my my little squid lamp. But he has yellow eyes. If he were to have red eyes, that would mean that he is definitely trying to kill me. Can we make him a murderer? Senpai, you might have missed it, but I got a little squid lamp. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. And people can actually control it from my chat if you have channel points. It's funny. It's made by a fellow speedrunner, Alicat. So yeah, definitely shoutouts to her. More shoutouts, however, is Forest Folly. This is definitely one of the harder stages in the game. Especially if you want to go fast. The squid is green now. Oh. Okay, he spares my life. That's good. So I'm just going, I'm just trying to go fast, you know. Get it there. Oh, whoops. Oh. Actually, saved. Yeah. Saved. Good. This is one of the stages that I want to show off in the IL showcase at the end of, or after this run, I guess. Because I kind of want to show off this. I think that's called the Snowsea though. But believe me, if you thought that was really unnerving, really fast, really cool, you haven't seen anything. That's all I can do. Nothing more. A whole lot more less. And I'm so happy that I got that first try. That is such an unnerving thing as well. Again. Just wait and see. Oh, the eyes aren't red anymore. Good. So welcome to 6-6. This is a level that has a graphic style, which I don't have to say exactly what it is because you can see it's really beautiful. Only 3 stages in the game have this. Unfortunately, yeah, we're missing out. We're definitely missing out. This is what made returns so really want it. Yeah, welcome to the cliff sides, where mountains just fall apart and the world falls out. Music is good. And now I'm on a, I don't know, I think this is a plant? I don't recall plants there, but trampolines I can understand. Oh, whoops. Good.
Now I'm realizing that I have this game on my Wii U but never played it.
Never played it? Oh no, I'm gonna just fall off.
I'm gonna give it a try one of these days when I get some time, but if I also wanna mention something more even important, that we are raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who is dealing with mental issues themselves or within their families. All of your donations will go to Mind, and well, if you want to get more information related to this, you can type !Mind in chat and you will get all the information related to this amazing organization that we are raising for funds for them.
Definitely, for sure. If you want to see kind of what they do with the money, there's a really cool video about that. An interview that we held last year. About what effects like all of our donations do, and it was really nice seeing that. I can recommend, yeah, check out our YouTube, I guess, youtube.com/BSG Marathon, no underscore, if you haven't seen it yet. Anyway, this is 6-7, this is the factory. Factory was one of my favorite worlds, just because it wasn't, I don't know, naturey. It's kind of weird saying that, and oh no, I got hit. This is a difficult stage, it just doesn't look like it, I guess. It is busy. Oh. Just fall down. After so many runs, you just... Oh, no. So I don't have to go back into the background, but no. Okay, now I remember why I don't want to die in this stage. The checkpoints are unforgiving. Okay, don't die here. There's a checkpoint right here, of course. Of course. Anyway, that's like yesterday's news. I'm getting hit a lot. I do need to damage boost at one point, And it'd be nice if there's another damage boost. Up here? This is a lot going on, okay? And then, I don't know, get hits here, it doesn't matter. I have health. And then the last stage was inside of a volcano. Back in the original. So how about we go to set volcano. It doesn't really look volcano-y, but believe me, it is. And this is also the last time that we're going to see Mr. What is it? Mr. Rambi. This stage isn't per se difficult, but it's tricky. This is also the only stage in the game where you need Rambi. Otherwise, he's really not necessary. You can skip him. But like all of these pillars, you need a Rambi for that. Okay, not this block. You can just jump over it. So again, you have to optimize your Rambi movement. Stay in the air as long as possible, or stay running as long as possible. Either or. And I kind of forgot about the stage. I wanted to make a joke about how long it has been since I've ran this game. But it was only last week in preparation. So no jokes here. Whee! But it is really cool to just, you know, survive here. And as long as you kind of know what you're up to, and don't go spamming everything and just try to go as fast as possible, you will do great. Obviously, this is a speedrun, so you have to make speed out of not going the fastest you think you can. Like this, for example. Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. Wait, let's go. Senpai, should I leave Remy behind or should I take him with me?
I'm the kind of person who always say save the animals, troll the runners.
Save it? Okay, sure. We'll save him. There, he's safe. Shout out to Rambi. And then coming up is the last boss of the game, which takes at least 3 minutes. Probably more. In my D-Rust for this game, I got a perfect boss, which is really difficult. This guy is fast. Welcome to Frederick, the Snowman King. First of all, he's scared, so he goes next to his throne and throws little... What are these? Oh no, actually, these are the penguins. Throws penguins our way. Hit him, and he is so heavy that even if I have a penguin in midair, him landing on the floor over here would actually hurt him. And now I have to hit him 3 times on his back, but he will only go back and forth 3 times. So if I actually missed him, he would have done like... I would have had to redo the whole phase and had to hit him once after that. So I'm happy that I didn't at least mess up the first phase. After that he jumps around. He makes the whole stage icy, because this matters so much to me. And we're gonna repeat. Instead of penguins, it's going to be 1 penguin. No, 2 penguins and 1 rabbit. I think it's a rabbit, I'm not entirely sure. I'd like to say it's a rabbit. I'm so sorry, I know you're watching. And this is going to be a little bit more difficult. It starts out normal, but then with every hit he goes faster. A perfect phase 2, I can't believe it. So this is a trick that, or not a trick, but this is a phase that runners like to call pissing your pants. And because of the randomness that is just gone, we always know kind of the order in which the blocks would actually fall down again. Not that it matters for Funky Kong, he can hover like infinitely. So coming up, 3 more penguins that I have to throw against him. So you might see actually waiting to throw it. I can do early throws, but he can evade it or step out of the way. So and notice on time, if I do a perfect thing, 1 more hit. Is this perfect? Holy heck. Time. This is supposed to be a really difficult boss, a run killer, and I just get it twice in a row. I don't know. I see that my time is a 1:30. That is really good. But unfortunately, I'm gonna quickly go out of it. Because all of you paid for some really cool content. Here's a crazy stretch showcase. Okay, I think yeah, it's the middle one. So this is my main file where I do all of my ILs on. Okay, crazy stretch showcase. What should we start with? Let's start with the first boss. Pompey. So I have a one... Actually, I'm gonna go to the first stage. I'm not gonna show it off. I just want to let it be known that this is also the only stage where hackers kinda hack the thing. I am 138th, which is like there's only less than 4 seconds between the second place and my place, but holy heck, it is optimized. There's a lot of people in here. The number 1 player is like 6 seconds faster than the rest, but if you play it, you will see Donkey Kong just standing next to a rock for a bit, and all of a sudden yeah, it is kind of hacked. Fortunately, nothing else is hacked. And I'm 66th here. And there's a 30-second difference. And you can see that instead of Funky Kong, you can see that the monkey uses Cranky Kong. I can take it with you step by step. Plus 10, 15 seconds from late. Well, a 131 is still a really good thing. It's 1 minute within my PB, which I can definitely improve. Anyway. First of all, get the cranky barrel. And there's something really broken in the Switch version. You can hit Pompey early. So here's going for Got Caught version 1 again. The same trick that I did. Hit the fish in the air so that he goes into attacking mode as fast as possible. And then you can just immediately hit him. You can only do that with Cranky. So it is definitely worth it in funky mode runs. To go into DK with Cranky Kong, do this boss, and then return to funky mode, because it is, yeah, again, it's worth it. Hit number 4. Doesn't really matter here, you just kill some penguins. He gets hit on purpose, just to be able to hit him faster. Pompey hit number 6. And I'm actually curious how he's going to do hit number 8. Because this is got caught person 2. Yeah, just hit it in the air, okay? That was it. This was pretty crazy. Can I get a major shout out to... I forgot who it was. Who was it? It wasn't DK. DKS is a top runner, maybe the best runner. Oh, it was DKS. I'm so sorry, friend. Yeah. Anyway, not to like discredit any of these, like 0.5 milliseconds or like 50 seconds of difference. Wait, did I see that correctly? These two have similar times, 344s. This is mad. Okay, okay. Again, this is not me playing. This is a replay, that was a replay from DKS. This is Frantic Fields. I have a 123. The record holder has a 1 and then 59 milliseconds. Again, DKS. Like I said. Major shoutouts to Fanky Kang and Let's Luigi. And Michael Goldfish. Who is actually a pretty known speedrunner as well. But first off, let's watch DKS. And I think... Is he the only one? No, everyone uses Cranky Kong. This is the actual Do-Si-Do. And I'm gonna show off the whole thing, but the most interesting stuff is at the start. So, it's Donkey Kong. Nothing special so far, but he actually slows down to get Cranky Kong. And then he goes to pogo into that thing. Gets speed ups from a lot of tornadoes. And because he pogos, he can like retain this velocity and takes it all the way to the end. It is crucial that you know how to actually control it. Because again, there's a short pogo, there's a medium pogo, there's a high pogo. There's a lot of different pogos. It's honestly maddening. The good thing about doing like individual level attempts here, or time attacks as the game calls them, which is a better name, I should have called it that, is that it's just really fast to retry, and the game has a built-in thing, of course, built-in timer. So that was pretty amazing. However, there is that one stage that I tried to do a little bit of cool tricks in. So first of all, I'm going to this stage, Secret Seclusion. These are some difficult stages, but we're not going to do those. The only reason I'm going there is so that I can get to 6.5 faster. Don't ask me. Actually, is that faster? I don't know. I think it does. So I'm 66 again. I got a 120. But all of these people, they got like a 54 or 55. They definitely mastered it. And apparently, in the last GDQ run of this, there was a race between either 2 people or 3 people. I think 3 people. And they all hit it. They all hit this trick. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like one of the what is it, commentators did. So this is the one that you do with Funky Kong because of his skills. But he's not going fast. I mean, this is relatively fast. But he just waits here, he goes up here, and then he starts the first boost. And takes it all the way to this wheel. Goes back. Takes it again. I don't know what the name of this one is. Oh, this is Snow-Si-Do. This is extended Snow-Si-Do. This is kind of what I did. Kinda. Get hit there on purpose. And then the last one, for whatever reason, the community has dubbed the Inca Dinka. This is the hardest, apparently, or the tightest. But it looks the simplest. That is 5-4 within 54 seconds, where I couldn't even get close to that. This is what Funky Kong is. Again, I am literally 25 seconds slower. I have a lot of respect for all these people. Ronald actually tried to go for it. Oh man. Oh! GSD. I think is he the next runner? No, he's the runner in 5 hours from now. No, 4 hours. That doesn't matter. Anyway, those are all the the craziest strats and individual levels. There are some other cool things. Like, for sure. But if you have this game, you can actually access this yourself by just going to Time Attack leaderboard and just look here at the global top rank. Anyway, I'm Riekelt. You can find me on twitch.tv/Riekelt, or twitter.com/Reek_LT, but I'm not on there anymore. And I run a lot of other things. So yeah, if you're interested, drop a follow. Otherwise, let's get straight to the next run. I think that's the Pedestrian by Paulister. But I'll have Go Senpai do the work for me. Yeah, I see Paulister. Thanks for watching.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna be enjoying the Pedestrian by sorry, the Pedestrian. I really need to take English classes again, but well, we're gonna be enjoying Paulister Pedestrian. Thank you. We're gonna be enjoying that amazing run by Paulister on a bit. But GG's real for this amazing run, and for everybody, just stay tuned because we're gonna be quickly into the intermission screen to set up the next run.